Welcome back to the Chisholm Hunter channel. Today we have a very special guest. Today we are blessed with the presence of the new Omega Seamaster 300m diver 007 edition. And with no time to die on the horizon, it's quite fitting that we do an in-depth review of this incredible timepiece. I have a quick question for you. Have you ever wanted to live your very own MI6 mission? Sipping a martini, shaken not stirred of course, in a casino in Monte Carlo. Well, thanks to Omega, that dream is now finally coming true. Cue the James Bond music. Do we have the copyrights, or do we have the license for that?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, moving on from that. So here we are, sitting beside one of the most iconic Seamasters ever made. And this Seamaster was actually created with the man Daniel Craig himself. And to sum it up, it fits James Bond to a T. So why would you get an Omega Seamaster 007 edition? In many ways, it's like other Seamasters. However, this model marks the 25th installment of the franchise and, of course, is featured in No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie. If you're a collector and need this timepiece to go with your Aston Martin DB5 continuation, then it's a cracking timepiece. For those of you that watch the show and are tuning into the Chisholm Hunter channel, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Omega Seamaster, and this is for a couple of different reasons. In my lifestyle as a photographer and videographer, this rugged setup doesn't damage easy. This has survived everything I've put it through. And to add to that, it is a handsome, handsome timepiece. Another thing that I love about the Seamaster collection as a whole really is that it's so distinctly Omega. I mean, what other timepieces can you look at on the wrist and tell exactly what they are at a glance? There's probably not many, whereas this Omega Seamaster, you know exactly what it is and exactly what it stands for. The case diameter comes in at 42mm with a lug-to-lug of 49mm. The case is made of such a lightweight grade 2 titanium, which is unlike anything I've ever seen in a Seamaster. This watch is by far the lightest Seamaster watch I've ever seen, and it comes in at around 96 to 97 grams for the whole watch, including that titanium strap. If you ever find yourself in a sinking building in Venice like James Bond did in Casino Royale, you'll be relieved to know this watch is actually water resistant to a whopping 300 meters, which will give you that peace of mind that you're after when in, the sinking building. The loom is included on this unidirectional bezel and a helium escape valve, which complements the function of the watch as a fully functional dive piece. Now, it wouldn't be an Omega Seamaster review if we didn't talk about that dial. And this dial comes in a kind of tropical brown. It's very understated, and actually, it's not what you think James Bond would have went for if you look at past generations of the James Bond watch. And I really like it. It's understated. And for me, having a Seamaster with a white dial, it kind of draws me in. This is so much brighter, but that's dark and stealthy. This Seamaster actually also features red detailing at the top of the second hand, and the word Seamaster is in red also. And I have to say, it plays wonderfully with that brown dial. And I'm used to that. I have that on my white Seamaster also, and it's just such a nice detail. So let's talk a little bit about those juicy 007 details that make this Seamaster a 007 edition. The first feature that I was instantly drawn to was the broad arrow. Now this is featured on the back and the front on that dial, and this represents British government property, or historically has represented that. And it's quite fitting because James Bond is our favourite MI6 operative. Along with the 007 featured on the back, the numbers on the back all have meanings. The 0552 is a naval code number, with 9237697 being the number for a diver's watch. The letter A signifies a watch with a screw-down crown, while 007 is, of course, the James Bond iconic agent number. Finally, the number 62 refers to the year that the very first Bond film was released. If you didn't know, here at Chisholm Hunter we're actually authorised retailers for Omega watches. So although you might not meet Daniel Craig, you can still take a look at this watch in person or online at chisholmhunter.co.uk. That's chisholmhunter.co.uk. The movement of this MI6 friendly agent's watch features Omega's master chronometer, caliber 8806 movement. This movement actually carries 55 hours of power, which is quite outstanding. It's obviously totally automatic, and it also has a 5-year Omega guarantee, so it will definitely last a couple of missions. You know, what's really interesting about this piece is that everything about it, down to the dial, the detailing, has all been hand selected for an MI6 operative, and that's been kept in mind throughout the process of the creation of this timepiece. Everything about this watch just screams military to me. I mean, down to the matte grade 2 lightweight titanium or the sapphire crystal glass with anti-reflective coating on either side. Let's face it, who doesn't want to be as cool or as suave as James Bond? And this timepiece, it fills you with confidence when you wear it. And after all, isn't that what a timepiece is for? Thank you so much for watching this Chisholm Hunter watch review on the Omega Seamaster 007 edition, with, of course, the NATO strap. If you've enjoyed this review, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.